What is up, guys? Welcome everyone to a new gold making video. So in this one I'm gonna be showing you one of the best gold farms that you can do at the moment. This is going to be a way of making gold that is really easy to do, and it can be done completely solo. So this is one of the best ways as of now to be making a lot of gold, right? A really good amount of gold per hour. So let's take a look at the items that we're gonna be farming. Let's take a look at them on the auction house. And basically, we are going to be gathering materials in order to make some housing items, right? Now, these are the housing items that we are going to be going for. These are all for the same profession. I'm going to be showing you each of these. So, for example, we have this one, this Talaran Runic Anvil, which is really expensive. Um, Even though this is going to vary a lot from one realm to another, you have to be aware. But basically, there is this one, and there is the Dalaran Seaward Gate, as you can see. Then we have the Dalaran Sun scones, right? Now, out of these three items, the one that you want to craft the most is going to be the Dalaran Seaward Gate, because this one has a sale rate that is really good, right? 0.035 means that the item is selling relatively fast. Now, these are items that, they already have some time. They're not going to sell extremely fast, let's say. But this should be selling like every, few weeks or so, you should be getting a sale, right? On average. For this one at least, right? For the Dalaran Seaward Gate. So you can basically choose to craft the different items, or if you want to just, focus on this one because it has a better sell rate, that's also an option, right? So basically you can see the current price on my realm, which is, by the way, one of the biggest for the Horde. It's actually the biggest for the Horde in the US region, which usually means there is a lot of competition and the prices are low, right? But for whatever reason, as of now, the price for this item is relatively high here. It's Dalaran Seaward Gate. Basically, we will be able to be making around four. No, not four. Sorry, six. We're gonna check in a moment just to confirm this, but I believe you can make about 6 of these per hour based on the amount of lumber, the amount of the material you can gather in order to create them. And if you make the math for that, as of the current price, that is basically 40k per item. That is something absolutely crazy, right? In terms of gold per hour. Even if you just use the region sale averages, which is mostly influenced by people that are buying this for a lower price, and then they will try to sell it for way more expensive price. The region sale average is it will be still really good gold per hour, right? Even if you will be selling at that price. So yeah, this is going to be super efficient gold farm, and let's take a look at what we are going to need, right, in order to be able to farm this. So first of all, let's take a look here at the profession that we are going to need. We are going to need the Northrend's blacksmithing, right? This is going to be the blacksmithing profession from the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Now, if you're on the Horde, it's a bit tricky to get here because you don't actually have a portal that is going to teleport you to this place, to this continent here. However, there is a place where there's going to be like a Zeppelin, and you can just take the Zeppelin, and that's going to allow you to get teleported, right? So I'm going to be showing you this on the map just in the case of the Horde, probably similar for the Alliance, haven't checked, but so if you go here to Orgrimmar, you can see here that it says Zeppelin to Warson Hold Borean Tundra, right? So this is the one that you're going to take in order to get here, right? In order to get to this area. Now, once you are on that area, you will appear here on Borean Tundra, and in here, in this building here that you appear, basically there is going to be a blacksmithing character. You can just go, learn the profession, and you're gonna need to level it up to 60, right? Now, the downside of this is that it's gonna cost you some gold, yes, but it's only going to be a thing that you do once, right? If you don't really be swapping professions on a certain character, you can just have that one, and it's always gonna be relatively good, right? For this type of decor farms. So basically, once you do that, which is gonna cost, well, at least for me, it cost us like, I think it was like maybe 20k, 25k. All the materials needed to level this to 60. And by the way, if you actually go to the WoW-Has tooltip for these items, right, for these 1,000 items, for some reason it's saying that you need 65, right? But this is fake. You don't need 65. You only need level 60 out of 75, okay? But yeah, anyways, once you have done that, you're gonna be able to to farm this lumber, right? Which is the material that is gonna be costing the most money, right? Because in order to craft, for example, this item, this dollar and silver weight, if you take a look at the mean buyout or even the region sale average, let's just look at the region sale average, is 16k right now, right? But the thing is, the items that you're gonna need in order to craft this, that you're gonna have to buy on the auction house or farm them yourself. But I'll rather buy them from the auction house. All the ones that you like, that you cannot farm, with this method basically. So you can just buy all of this from the auction house, and then you can just farm the lumber, which is the most expensive thing out of all the materials, right? Because if we take a look, these titan steel bars, they are going for like 600, and 6 of them are needed, so that's like 3,600, right? These ones are basically free. They are below 1 gold, the rune orbs on the auction house, and the eternal waters you will only need 2, right? So we are talking about at most maybe 3,700 gold as of now for an item that is going for at least, at the very, very least, for 16k, right? So the amount of gold that is like the amount of value that the lumber has is really, really crazy, right? We are talking about 12k in this case, somewhere around 12k for this lumber, right? Which is 30 lumber. And I believe you can make a, if you are, full focus farming this for 1 hour, you can make on average somewhere around 180, right? So if we make the math for that, let me see, 12k divided between 30 of these lumbers, that would be the value of one lumber, that would be around 400 gold, right? And then we're going to be able to make about 180 of these, which is, as of now, going for 70k, well, 72k gold per hour. That would be really, really crazy, right? So yeah, this is really, really good gold farm. Basically, yeah. Once you have done all of that, by the way, you will need to have done the housing introduction, but that's like really fast to do. That's like 5-10 minutes, just so you get the thing, the hatchet that they give you in order to be able to catch lumber. Then once you have done all of that, right, both the the housing introductory quest line and the North Friends blacksmithing, once you have done all of that, you can just go and basically fly around and gather lumber, which is super, super, super easy, right? Now, I'm going to be showing you some tips for this, okay? There are multiple places where you can be farming this lumber, but it's much better to do it on a place where there's like a lot of trees, right? So from what I have seen, this area here, Grizzly Hills, it has a lot of trees, right? And they're very packed together. As you can see, there's basically trees pretty much everywhere that you look. So it's really, really good area for this, right? So what you wanna do is you wanna go to the top right here on this little icon where it says tracking, and you're gonna be able to you're gonna be able no sorry you're gonna make sure that you have this fine lumber enabled. And once you have done this, you are gonna just fly around basically, right? Yeah, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna fly anywhere where there are, these trees. And as you can see, I already spotted one. You can see it's here. And you right click on it. Takes a few seconds and boom. You have already gotten one lumber, right? Now you're gonna just continue flying like this wherever there are trees, right? Sometimes they take a while, to appear. Take a little bit. You wanna be a little bit patient. And boom, another of these lumbers, right? Now the best thing about these ones is that you can actually get lucky, and sometimes you will get two of them, right? Two of these lumbers just on one click, on one loot, right? So you can easily be reaching 180, or to be honest, even more if you're doing this fully efficient. So at least 70k, 80k gold per hour. Now, the only downside to this farm, well, the only major downside to this is that um, this is the type of gold farm that you are not going to be able to do it, for a lot of hours every day, right? Because if you do that, you will be saturating the market. So you have to be aware of this, right? You have to farm things every once in a while. And it's going to be super good, but you have to respect this, right? You have to be aware that you are not going to be able to do this for like 5 hours every day, because you will be saturating the market unless you actually go and, do this type of stuff on a lot of realms. You actually take the items through the Worthpan Bank to multiple realms and you start selling them that way. But even then, I think you will still end up saturating the market if you flood the auction house with these items, right? So you wanna basically do this every once in a while, and that's pretty much the advice I can give you, right? But yeah, you can see really easy. The best one about this, the best thing about this one anyways, as I'm saying, is that you can do this completely solo, doesn't require any group in order to farm this. So it makes it, I believe, by far, realistically, the best type of gold farm you can be doing at the moment, right? Because the transmog gold farms, some of them are gonna be giving you even higher goods, like even higher gold per hour, and a lot of them are really nice, some of the transmog hub farms. But this one is really good. And the item, if you focus on the item that I have showed you, the dollar and Zygor gate, the sell rate is so high that you're basically gonna be able to be selling it way more consistently that the case for old content transmogs, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the video, guys. I hope you found this video useful. Do not forget to consider leaving a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. It will help the channel a lot. It will help me a lot. And I hope you have a good day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.